Hey everybody, welcome to the Coding Zoo. So today's a little different. We're not going to have a lesson, but I just thought I would show you what it's like to run into a scammer out there on the internet. So if you're learning the internet, you're learning the web, you're learning how to program the web, you should know what to watch out for. So I recently have been upgrading some of my cameras for the Coding Zoo and for a new channel I'm creating called the Photo Zoo. And I decided to sell some of my older cameras and upgrade to a newer one. I'm filming on a new one right now. It's a Canon EOS R. It's very nice. I love it. But anyway, so I've been selling old camera lens and cameras on eBay. And it's been a pretty good experience. I'm on my last camera that I'm selling, the old one. And I've got a bid winner for like $700, so pretty good deal. And it's right around the right figure. But then, all the other items I've already sold. But then I noticed a weird email that came in. Take a look at my screen here. Now there's two parts to this scam. They didn't get me with the first part, so I didn't think it was the seller. I didn't think it was the buyer trying to scam me, but it turns out I think it was the buyer trying to scam me. So there's two parts to this scam. First, I got a random email. Check it out on the screen here. So if you look at this email, it looks like it's from eBay. And it actually is from eBay, members.ebay.com. So there's a user on eBay who sent this to me. And it says, "Is it true? You know what they say. You know what they say about you." And it has a link to this. It has a link, and then it says you should feel ashamed of what you've done. And it has a picture of the item I had for sale. Right. So if you look at this link, something fishy like this always. If you I haven't done anything bad, so I know it has nothing to do with me. But if you look at this link real closely, you'll see it goes to community.ebay.com, but there's more dots. .xl, .xsh. So basically, if it doesn't end in ebay.com, it has other dots like that, it's not eBay. So it's a phishing scam. Somebody's trying to get me to go to this link. And when you go to this link, what happens? Well, let's do it. Let's see what happens when I go to this link. So if I go there, well, right now it says forbidden, you don't have access to this. But when I first got this email, when I first came here, it actually looked like eBay. And it went to my login screen. But I'm already logged into eBay in another screen. So I know right off, this is not eBay. It's very clear. So always double check your URLs before you click on a link. And something seems fishy, probably is something wrong. So I would have signed into that site if I didn't know any better. They would have got my login for eBay, and no telling what they would have done at that point. So they didn't catch me on that one, and they didn't get me on the second one either. Here's what happened next. So I'm thinking, I replied to this email and said, "Hey, I'm not going there. You're a crook. Basically go away." But anyway, so here I should have messed with them longer. But anyway, so here it is a couple of days later. And the buyer of that camera, you see, I didn't know this was the buyer of the camera doing this, but the buyer of the camera wanted me to send it overnight and wanted me to send the invoice through the eBay system with the overnight price, right? So I did this, and it took them like a day to get back to me, which was really weird because if you want it overnight, why would you take a day to get back to me? But besides that, by the time you pay for overnight, which ends up being like $125, you almost could buy this particular camera brand new versus, getting it off eBay. So that seemed kind of weird. But anyway, I sent the invoice to them. Took them a day to day to get back. No big deal. Thought maybe they're working or whatever. So I got an email from them from eBay. I've got a message from them from eBay. So if I go here, you can see here's the original message. It says, hey, I've purchased this. I've purchased the following from you on eBay. Please send the invoice. And I sent them the invoice. And it's from some Jamo somewhere in Chicago. It says, do calculate the postage. Send it overnight. Invoice me as quickly as possible so I can process payment into your account immediately. Well, that's kind of fishy right there. But anyway, that's the first email they sent. So I sent them an invoice with the overnight. And of course, I'm waiting for them to pay through eBay, right? They finally sent me a message. And in this message, it says, it looks like it's from eBay. And it says, Dear Ting and Shane, that's my handle on eBay. We're happy to inform you the payment via PayPal for eBay items purchased from Cherry Raymond have been received. Congratulations and thank you for choosing eBay. And shows you the $698 plus the $120 plus the $818. It says, basically, it says, due to security measures, the funds will not immediately show up or reflect in your account until the item is posted to the confirmed posted address provided by PayPal only for security purposes. Well, that's just BS. Basically, they're saying the funds won't show up until you ship it. So it's just trying to get you to ship it, and then they won't. Of course, you won't ever see any funds. So we're sorry for this inconvenience. Immediately ship the details. Immediately, the shipment details is confirmed. The funds will be released to your account. You're required to forward a copy of tracking number to the buyer. So go ahead and ship it to this address. Send the tracking number to the buyer. And keep in mind, this is totally not the eBay process. If you've done eBay any at all, you'll know everything is, you should do everything through the system, eBay system. This is kind of going around it. But, and it says here, this transaction status remains awaiting payment until the item is shipped and confirmed. And that's just not the way eBay works. So learn that. It's not the way eBay works. First, the buyer makes a payment to eBay, and then you ship it. And it won't say awaiting payment after the buyer has made a payment. It will say the buyer's paid. That's when you know to ship. Don't ever ship from eBay until you know the buyer's paid, until it has that status. So that's the way it works. This is basically saying go ahead and ship it because it's going to show awaiting payment until you do, and that's just wrong. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to get you to ship it without them paying. So lastly, you're expected to complete this transaction within 24 hours since it has just been approved worldwide postage. That's BS. So totally not the eBay process. If you look real closely, well, where did this eBay message come from? Well, it came from eBay. But wait a minute, eBay at fundsnotificationau.com. Again, if it doesn't end at ebay.com, not ebay.com .something, not ebay at funds.com, if it doesn't end at ebay.com, it's not eBay. So this is a second attack, right? They're trying to get me to ship this camera without paying for it. So, there you go. Here's another email. And this email is basically saying the same thing. You've just received the payment. Please go ahead and ship it. Status confirmed from eBay. Look at the email that's from. This is from PayPal. So they sent me a message through eBay and say, hey, we've already used our PayPal to pay your PayPal. You should see it. Check your email. Maybe it's in your spam box. So I checked my email, and sure enough, here's a PayPal message. And it says there's PayPal pending payment alert. And it's basically saying, we've got this money for you. Go ahead and ship your item that you sold on eBay, and then we'll give it to you. Well, that's not how PayPal works either. So look at the email at the top. PayPal service confirm payment at where? Is it paypal.com? Nope. It's emailaccount.com. Well, it's not PayPal. So, you know, a lot of people just they don't know this stuff, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing this video, so you can learn how to watch out for these guys, how to be careful of the people who are crooked like this, right? It's a shame that they're out there, but hey, that's life. There's a lot of wicked people out there. So anyway, before you start using a process like eBay, PayPal, learn the process, read up on it. Never trust an email or links that don't end in the site with the site you're dealing with. Make sure it's not ebay.com .something. Make sure it's ebay.com. Make sure it's paypal.com. Be very careful. So basically, I would have shipped it, if I didn't know any better, I would have shipped this out, paid $125 to send it to them overnight, and I wouldn't have got a single penny. So they're out there. Watch out for them. Hope this helps. By the way, hopefully this will get to you before the new year. If so, I hope you have a happy new year. And I look forward to spending time with you in this next year, learning how to program, and also learning how to get into photography with the Photo Zoo and the Coding Zoo. Check out thecodingzoo.com, thephotoζoo.com. Again, hope this is helpful. Time for me to get off the computer, and actually time for me to go ahead and report this to eBay and go ahead and resell the camera again. Maybe I'll do it locally this time, just so I can avoid the hassle. All right, thanks for checking out the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click subscribe, and go over to do a search on YouTube for the Photo Zoo, and you'll end up with my new channel. Check out the videos there, and if you like photography, you like those videos, click subscribe there also. Hey, good to see you. Have a great new year. Bye.